a million voices. Humanity is a rich and limitless collage of creatures overflowing with creativity and unprecedented intellect. They are a continuously progressive species, evolving their civilization ever so slightly. They're constantly optimizing for greater quality and quantity of life. A civilization is any complex society characterized by the development of a state, social classes, urbanization, and symbolic systems of communication. All civilizations have a strongly defining characteristic about them. And for modern human civilization, that personifying characteristic is noise. Modern human civilization, more than any form of recognized civilization, is simply loud. The more civilized the human settlement is, the louder it gets, the more sound and auditory impulses to contend with. The buzzing sound of mobile phones ringing, the screeching sounds of trains squeaking by, the swooshing sounds of cars zooming by, the energetic melodies of ongoing raves, the endless bickerings of other humans, just noise on all sides, tugging at the heart of humanity in all directions, offering distraction from a reality they're trying to avoid, or forcing a new reality upon them. This is human civilization, one in which every new technological advancement or mechanical innovation that radically improves the quality of human life stealthily raises the noise levels by an equal magnitude. To achieve absolute quiet, humans would often completely remove themselves from civilization, isolating themselves deep in nature to experience the organic sounds of their planet. The beautiful sounds of birds singing, the rhythmic symbolism of cocks crowing, the pure tone sound of insects chirping. Humans are well aware of the plethora of sounds they need to process, but are quite confident in their advanced hearing abilities, expressed in their propensity to pick up every sound within their frequency. For to the humans, deafness is often imagined as the absence of the ability to hear, just as blindness is often thought of simplistically as the inability to see. But in reality, there is a whole spectrum to blindness. Inattentional blindness is one of them, caused by an inability to focus on the desired object due to another object being in the field of vision. It is the same with hearing. There is an often overlooked concept of auditory agnosia, a type of deafness that is not a defect of hearing, but rather the inability to recognize the sound being heard. Credit to their outstanding hearing abilities, the humans hear everything but decipher little. Sounds of war, sounds of love, sounds of hate, sounds of opinions, sounds of agendas, sounds of ideologies, sounds of partying, sounds of friends, sounds of enemies, sounds of encouragement, sounds of discouragement. Noise of all kinds on all sides, confounding the humans, robbing them of their peace and quiet, stealing their joy, clouding their reasoning, and rendering them stuck in a state of auditory agnosia. But inexplicably, amongst the humans, there exists a small gang of schizophrenics that seem to find clarity in the midst of the loudest moments in human civilization. They can seemingly hear a pin drop at Berlin Alexanderplatz. They can hear harmonies of love on a subway in New York. They can hear the subtle sounds of a broken heart in the center of Mumbai. They are, as the other humans, exposed to the deafening noise of modern civilization, yet somehow seem to be able to focus on a singular sound. The other humans observed keenly as these strange creatures navigated life with reckless abandon, and somehow seemed to have their steps ordered, as if their paths were paved in symphonies in the midst of all the noise. Whilst the other humans were torn between a torrent of voices and opinions, and had to contend with conflicting agendas and facts, these small groups of weirdos only cared about one. They seemed to only respond to a singular sound impulse, treating all others as noise. They lived on the premise that humanity is bamboozled by a million voices, but only one speaks of love, a soft, sonorous sound that is somehow louder than all human cacophony. Love, like a rushing mighty wave, but it only washes away the hurt left by others. Love, as deep as the oceans, yet drowning in it isn't suffocating. They listened only to a peculiar voice, the voice of the one they called Jesus. A voice surpassing the most beautiful sonatas, with rousing overtures as flawless as himself. With him, all the noise plays into a melodic symphony Mozart would be envious of.